All right, can you guys hear me all good? Give it a share in your Instagrams and your Facebooks and your other socials. Oh no, the countdown's dead. Let me fix that. Bam. Flip it. How is everything? You guys can hear it all good. The beat sounds good. The voice sounds good. Are you guys hyped for the semifinal? What's good? Let's make some noise in the chat. Flip it. I'm on the stream on my phone and my computer, and it's almost like perfectly trick mixing the beats. That must be a sign. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. Crate Connect gets the double logo. Wow, every single person followed the time guidelines. We have the maximum time is 1:30 for an entry. Good work, everyone. Man, I'm already excited to give my twist for the finals. It's so evil. I've been waiting. I've had it for months. I think about it every night before bed to put me in a good mood. I stream in 30 fips. Kevin, I have 0.0 and even 0 exactly drop frames. So my internet is not cooked right now. I even started the stream on the cooked internet and flipped over to the good internet. That's why it ended after 2 minutes. Fiber? I wish I had fiber. There's no such thing as fiber where I live. I have Starlink and DSL. And Starlink is more like Star Stink. No, of course, we don't have fiber here, Kevin. What do you think? Do you think Canada's a first world country? We don't get fiber yet. We're first world in some ways, but um, internet and phone infrastructure, definitely not. Yeah, we're still using the maple lines to transmit information. The syrup just doesn't flow that quickly. Let's go. Here we are. The semifinals are upon us. Boom. There we go. What is up, chat? let's see. We got John First on the Italian 4G. Wiki Lizzie, Experavit, Kevin Adam resubbing just before the judging to try and bribe the judges. That's the best Echo Out this season. Yeah, the Echo Out has become significantly harder on the Pioneer mixer for some reason. I do like the S11, but the Echo, for the Echo, I think I'm a Rain guy. Let's see. We have the semifinals of Flipper Flop brought to all of us by Reloop, Ericsson Audio, and Crate Connect. This is it. We're almost there. This is for not all the marbles. This is for half of the marbles, some of the marbles. This is to see who gets to battle for all the marbles in the finals, which our date is to be announced after this stream. We have to see who makes the finals, because we don't want to conflict with current turntablist events that some of our entrants are participating in. So we'll figure that out after after this battle. We have officially. Let me just triple check before, so I don't make a mistake here. Bum ba da bum. Yeah, officially we have 7 finalists. So I think there was up to 11, but I know there was 3 who messaged me and said they were unable to participate, and then we have 1 that didn't submit today. So we're at 7. All good, Rampa. Yeah, you're a little bit off to the left. That's all good. VJ Retro said he's gonna flop everyone because he's salty he's not in the semifinals. That's your right. That you're free to do that. So yeah, we're down to 7, and the goal is to whittle it down to 4. We're gonna have 4 in the finals, because we want to make sure that the finals is still significant for the producers, with the amount of points that they can get, but not too significant, because for the producers, the final is double points. So there's half the people, but double the points. So anything can happen, even if you don't do well in this episode. Okay, so let's see here. 8 weeks of Flipper Flop has came down to this. Is just double points for flips. We'll have to double check that with the scoring team. Okay, so first up, we got Mr. Romfa. And let's see. Okay, I did do a little bit of diligence in the countdown, and I wrote down all the producer beats that were used. I unanonymized everything. Should I read the producers before or after we watch the videos? That's our first informal poll. Before or after? What do you guys think? Dingo wants to hear it before. Cutting Corners wants to hear it after. Oh, we're going to need some more votes. Oh, Dingo switched to after. Wiki Lizzie says doesn't matter. Do you have to ask? Do you have is that a necessary question? Sunny says before. Faded says after. Wait, I have to count that. Okay, we have after. Dingo changes vote to after. We have a before. We have an after. Whoops, before and after. We have another before. Bam, ba-da-bam. Okay, we're going to do after. So we'll watch the video and then we'll say who was used. Okay, first up, we got Ramfa. He's kicking it off for our semifinals. Make some noise in the chat. And we'll get a poll rock in here. Flip or flop for Mr. Ramfa. Let's go. Kick it off.
Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. Oh, he had to. He had to. He had to break it down so smoothly. One, two, three, four, five. On your mark, get set, go.
Brought to you by CapCut. What do you guys think? Flip or flop for Ramfa? Get your votes in the poll. Ramfa used a double senior positive. What logo are you talking about? Wiki Lizzie, what logo are we looking at? Where's the logo? We got 100% flips. We got 8 flips. What's the YouTube think? We got flip and we got flop. One flop in YouTube. Nobody gets 100% flips. All right. Let's see here. We got flip. We're keeping Ramfa in. Good stuff. Good way to kick off the semifinal. Now we have Nago. So yeah, we got flip, but you know that's still there's only 4 make it through, even if you flip. So we're still gonna have to figure that out. Okay, we got Nago with the sticker dots over here. That's how you know they're a real battle DJ. See what Nago has for us.
Hardcore flip style.
Fuck it. 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 Fuck it.
Bam! Just like that. What do you guys think? Flip or flop for Nago? And Nago was using another senior positive and a Sunny Breaks for that one. Senior positive off to a strong start in the producer usage. Okay, we got one flip on YouTube and we got flop on YouTube. And we have 6 flips and 3 flops currently. Get your votes in. Yeah, that's a very interesting routine. It's almost like a kind of 2 routines. The second one was almost like a reset. It was sort of not totally part of the start of the routine. But lots in there. A bit of a kitchen sink routine. Let's see. Any other YouTube people got votes for us? Bam, we got 7 flips plus YouTube, 8 flips, 4 flops for Nago. We're keeping the Nago in. So yeah, just so you guys know, we're going through the flip or flop phase, and then we're picking the top 4, and we're doing a top 3, but it's only relevant for the producers, really. Whoever wins the semifinal is just for producer points. All top 4, like, it gets reset basically for the finals. So if the DJs, it's winner take all in the final. Now we have Mr. Fritz Pepper, who was doing some damage in the regular season, winning 2 weeks and coming up second on the leaderboard. Nago came first on the regular season leaderboard. Let's see what Fritz Pepper has for us today. There we go. Fritz Pepper coming with another very creative set. That was interesting, the tone stuff at the beginning. What do you guys think? Flip or flop for Fritz Pepper? Yeah, the vocal cuts at the end were nice. Thank you, Wiki Lizzie. I appreciate it. I appreciate the positivity. That's what we like around here. Oh yeah, beat and tool. 1 second. Fritz Pepper used Dan's beat and Bender's tool. A metallic tingy noise. That is what we call feedback. 1 second. There. Yeah, it's difficult to get the volume loud enough on this mic without feedback. I need some sort of a mic booster. Yeah. Maybe we'll have it for finals. We got 4 flips, 3 flops, and then YouTube, a flip and a flop. YouTube is just, going back and forth. Let me see. All right. Yeah, this is a interesting routine. I think the middle was a little loose. The juggle was a little loose, but the end picked it up. He had a nice recovery at the end. We're gonna keep the Fritz Pepper in here. Nice. Dan is in the YouTube chat. That's right, Dan. Yeah, right there. Fritz is rocking your beat. And now we have Flipper Flop veteran Jinx. Let's see what Jinx is bringing to the table. I like Jinx's video setup. It's very moody. Let's see if the routine is on the same level as the video.
It's time to give it up. It's time to retire after the season. Hang it up.
Whoa. Ending with the diss even. What do you guys think? Flip or flop for Jinx? And let's see here. Jinx used another Dan on the beat. And then a John First on the Skrzatch tool. Yes. And what's the poll got? YouTube says we got flip on YouTube. We got 2 flips on YouTube. The first time our YouTube chat has agreed. 3 flips on YouTube. You didn't know we had disses, Kevin. You didn't go through all the tools. You gotta at least listen through them, fully once. We got 7 flips, 2 flops. Can't have 100% flips. Nobody can. You thought you thought it meant like Jinx is saying that he's retiring? or giving it up. No, I think he's telling all you guys to give it up. There we go. Yeah, Jinx is through. That was a solid routine, solid juggle, solid scratch. That was, yeah, Jinx, the definition of solid. Now, next up, continuing the Canadian train here. Second Canadian in a row. We have Mr. Cutting Corners for the second playoffs in a row. Let us see what Mr. Cutting Corners has for us. Pole's rocking, and now Cutting Corners is rocking.
Down with the warrior sound. When they try to dip, when they try to dip, when they try to dip, when they try to diss, put them on the faders.
This is going to flip or flop one way or the other.
The samples. Let's go. What do you guys think for Mr. Cutting Corners, who used a double John First? John Firstception. There's John First in a John First, and John First is in the chat. We must go deeper. Lampshade is requesting a John First routine with the John First beat and the John First tool. Well, you know, he's coming to showcase at our DMC Canadian final, so you know, maybe we'll just have to put him on the spot. Maybe after he's done his showcase, I'll be like, and next John First is going to perform an improvised routine with his flipper flop tools. Will it be streamed? Nope, it will be not streamed. You have to fly there and be there live. Let's see. We got one flip and one flop on YouTube. YouTube does not agree this time. However, Twitch is all on the same wavelength. We got 9 flips. They're in Toronto indeed, Lampshady. Yes, sir. Dan gave it a flip. But of course, yeah, we can't have 100% flips. No one's that clean, I guess, that everyone's on the same page. Canadian Finals, September 6th in Toronto, Vinyl Touch. Better be there. Tickets are available now. Check out DMC DJ Canada Instagram, and you'll have all the info you need. Okay, next up, we got the man, the myth, the lamp. Lampshady. Poll is going. Let's see what he's got for us for our semifinals.
Welcome down with the warrior sound. When they try to diss, cut 'em on the faders. Welcome down with the
This is going to flip or flop one way or the other.
One way or the other. We're gonna flip or flop. What do you guys think? Get your votes in. Oh, YouTube's jumping in with a flip. Let's see here. Lampshady used double John first. He doubled up on the John first as well. The tools and beats were anonymous, so you know. I even mixed up the numbers, like, so I made sure that there wasn't accidentally two people who had the same number. The beat that had the tempo change was Dan. Yeah, and I made sure that, so all of the beats had the BPMs, but the tools didn't have the BPMs because, again, I didn't want people to associate the beat and the tool with each other. So if there is double ups, it's because people sussed out that that they were the same person. Okay, let me see. Flips. We got flips across the board in YouTube. 4 flips, it looks like. And Twitch, we got 8 flips. Just give me 1 second. We got 100%. Oh, we got our first 100% flip. That's right. You got to tap the BPMs manually, like back in the old days, Kevin Adam, and you got to write it on the label. Yeah, there we go. 100% flips from the chat. We can't flop that. And now, last but not least, we have the turntable assassin himself with those glasses, wearing the flip shirt, trying to call his result before he's even up. The rare flip shirt. Not many in the world have the flip and flop shirts, even though they've actually been available the whole time. I've just never posted about them since we put them out the first time. Maybe we should bring that back. Anyways, Kevin Adam. Let's go. Pole's rocking. Let's see what he's got for us.
Guess who's back? Check me out. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my gang. My gang. Head of my gang. Break it down.
Bam. Boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. Ended it just like that. What do you guys think? Flip or flop for Kevin Adam? Sunglasses Kevin Adam doesn't play around. Flip or flop? We got, okay, let's see what Kevin Adam used. Kevin Adam used a double bender. He went double bender. And so that's all of our so we had let me see. We had Dan, John First, Senior Positive, Bender, Sunny Breaks. So what is that? Dan, John First, Senior Positive, Bender, Sunny Breaks. We only had 5 producers used. But still lots of producer points available. We got a flip, a flip, a flip, a flip. We got 4 flips on YouTube. And we got 9 flips and a flop on the Twitch chat. Yeah. We're giving all flips. I mean, this is to be expected. We're in the semifinals. These are the top dogs of the season. They didn't get here from flopping their way to the playoffs, you know? So it's pretty tough to get a flop. Yeah, agreed, Dingo. We got to make it tougher, but don't you worry. The finals, the final twist for the finals is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I don't even know how I would do it. It's gonna be terrible, but it's gonna, it's gonna separate the the flippers from the floppers. That's for sure. Yeah, I just have to figure out, like, I haven't decided if I give the twist right away or if I give it with like 2 hours before the deadline. Or maybe like 4 hours before the deadline. Or maybe 1 hour before the deadline. That would be sick. You can't even finish your video early. You have to like be up, all tired and stuff, like being like, when does the twist come? When's the twist dropping? If it's that evil dude on the start, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, like on one hand, I do want like people to make good routines for the final, but on the other hand, it makes it easier to judge when I throw people a curveball the last second. Okay. All right, guys. Now here's the true. Now we got to separate it. We got to get down to 4 people for the final. All right. Let's see. We're going to rewatch all the routines because I have to. I can't just watch them once. Kevin Adams out of here. What's going on, Kevin? It's only 6 a.m. for you or something.
Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. Oh, he had to. He had to. He had to break it down so smoothly.
Don't worry, the twist is everyone can do this twist for sure.
Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. Oh, he had to. He had to. He had to break it down so smoothly.
Nice and clean cuts. Pretty smooth inclusion of the cues mid chase, like didn't break up the timing or flow. I'd maybe like to hear like a little bit more done with the cues. It's hard in the context, but I always like there to be a little bit more like, hit a cue and scratch it or something. Yeah. And like a decent little build of the chase. I'd say maybe the chase was like a little bit on the monotonous side. I think it could have gotten, a little bit spicier. It did change sections of the beat to add that little higher synth in there, which was good. But yeah, nice and clean overall. And yeah, it was a solid, well composed routine. Now, okay, Nago. One second, I'm running this back. Nice. Good patterns. Maybe it could be slightly cleaner. I was hearing a few little back scrapes in there. This is a very trippy breakdown. I feel like I'm in space. A lot of delay.
Here come the drums.
Okay, yeah. That's an interesting part. I feel like it was building a lot of tension that did not quite go to where I was hoping. Maybe like had this, the beat didn't kick back in and then it switches gears.
Hardcore flip style.
Fuck it. 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 Fuck it.
These are cool patterns. Yeah, I like the last section too. I feel like I feel like there's a little bit of like a little bit of a lack of like a consistent structure with the routine. I think the start of it was the going into the breakdown kind of flowed into that, but then this was definitely like just a fully different direction. Yeah, it was almost like a second routine in in the routine. And the transition was a little. There wasn't a lot of a transition in there. But technicality was good on the juggle patterns, and this last sort of this wasn't really a juggle, it was more of like a trick mix, like like using the beat on both sides, but is almost like a more of a scratch routine type of thing with the up faders and everything going on. Yeah, very interesting, very unique for sure. Yeah, interesting idea. I like the the pitch fader bass synth thing. Cool little weird intro. Yeah, so okay, the juggle I think is a little offbeat here. Okay, 1 second. 3, 4, 2. It's maybe not totally offbeat, like there's not a full extra beat, but it's a little laggy. Transition out of it worked.
You better step back. Y'all ain't ready for this. You better break it down. Break it down. You better step back.
This part's really dope.
You better step back. Break it down.
Yeah, nice spicy cuts. I think yeah, this is one of the things with the semifinals and the finals is it's you're forced to juggle and scratch. I think yeah, like the ending was really solid here. The juggle was definitely the the weakness in this one. But yeah, that's you have to scratch and juggle. There's no avoiding the juggles or the scratching once you get to the flip or flop playoffs. Yeah, intro was interesting. And yeah, it ended on a strong point. Let's see, what else can I say about this? Yeah, transition was cool. Yeah, I think that with the juggle, the biggest thing that bugs me is like the timing overall. I think is within the realm of being okay. It wasn't like too loose, but the kick and snare pattern was a little bit hard to follow. It wasn't very conventional. The snare hit late on the first one, and then there's no snare on the 4 on the second pattern. Yeah, and then there's sort of a mix and match of whether the snare's on the 2 and 4 or not. So yeah, the structure of the juggle was a little out there in terms of the kick snare pattern type of thing. But yeah, but solid overall. Yeah, I like the flute, like little flute sounds Jinx is catching in the juggle. Getting the pushes in there nice. And then yeah, I like how you built it up to something double time swing. Yeah.
Take my advice.
It's time to give it up. It's time to retire after this.
Nice
season. Hang it
vocal
up.
scratching, nice breakdown. Yeah. I like how kicked it up a notch there at the end. Taking advantage of that beat switch that Dan had baked into the beat. That's a solid entry. Cutting corners.
Welcome down with the warrior sound. When they try to dip, when they try to dip, when they try to dip, when they try to diss, put 'em on the faders.
Okay, I like this a lot. Yeah, just these little pitch bends in here, like, are very well done. Yeah, the cuts were dope at the start. Too. The fader effects was definitely the standout part. Both in the scratch part, like that little double up fader, but then in that little juggle, it just like really fit like the beat with those weird sounds, you know? The effects like just sounded like it was part of it. It wasn't just thrown in for the sake of it. It actually like worked. My only beef, I guess, is I feel like the juggle at the end like is necessary, is required by the rules. I think it was maybe it wasn't bad. It didn't just like bomb the routine, but it was definitely the least interesting of the routine. It kind of like went down. It was just sort of a pretty normal juggle, whereas there's some promises made at the start of the routine that were a little stronger, and then the end it wasn't bad. It was fine. It was a fine juggle, but it was just the spicy stuff was front loaded. That's what I'd say. Lampshades.
With the warrior sound. When they try to diss, cut 'em on the faders.
Yeah, the reverse patterns are real nice in this, because that sound that sounds like cool reversed. Yeah, and Lampshade's doing a good job of sort of finessing the manual reverse, so it's like it still stays on beat pretty good.
This is going to flip.
Yeah, and he did a kind of similar thing like that I've seen Lampshade do with the cues, but he didn't like overdo it, and he got like the the reverse pattern in there, the double cue. I think it all flowed nice. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a strong entry. Now, Mr. Kevin Adam.
Guess who's back? Check me out. Yeah. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my game. My gang. Head of my gang. Break it down.
Nice, nice cuts from the Kevin Adam. Nice fills with the piano. I think that works kind of nice on this beat. I think clean up these up faders, whatever's going on there. I'm hearing just a pullback. It almost sounds like you're not touching the up fader. Slightly loose on the triple.
Let's get crazy! Break it!
That ended pretty dope. I like how he went into the cue point thing. Okay, I've known Kevin. I at this point I know people's go-to tricks, and I will factor that in if I've seen the same trick too many times. I'm gonna make note of it. But I think the fact they switched to that little I'm not sure what that sound was. It sounded like I forget the instrument, that Japanese kind of instrument in the beat. I think it complemented it. It sounded pretty musical with that. And I like the double up ending. That was good, and he nailed that. That one right there. That was a nice little flourish at the end. All right, man, this is tough. We got to get it down to 4. Allegedly. It could be a sitar, but it sounds more like maybe it is a sitar. But it kind of sounds like there's a Japanese version of the sitar. Similar sound. Okay, this one's tough. This is really tough. I have an idea. I have an idea. So man. Yeah, I have an idea, but only an idea. Okay. I think I'm going to let one go, cuz there's one that was close and yeah, I think that given the strength of the entries and the consistency, I have to go with my gut on this one. And Kodo, that's the one, Senior Positive. Yeah, he knows. That's the one I was thinking of at least. But I don't know if that was a Kodo or sitar. Only Bender will know because he made the beat. Okay, I gotta let one entry go. He was super strong throughout the season. And yeah, definitely, I'm a fan now. And I hope to see him again in the future. Um, but I believe that I have to let go Mr. Fritz Pepper. um, yeah, I think I gotta let go Fritz Pepper. Just because the juggle I think was rocky enough. It was, yeah, it kind of lost me a little bit in there, and I'm I'm looking at the strength of the juggling and the scratching of everyone, and there's a lot of clean entries today, and the scratching at the end was really dope, but it was so short. I think it was not quite enough to redeem it and to stay in. And I've got to make some decisions. It's still a flip, but I think given the strength of the entries, I don't know if it's if I can't gotta make a decision, gotta cut somebody out. So now, okay, this will be a semi spoiler, but I in my head, I think there's three people who have made the finals already. And there's three who are on the chopping block for that last spot. And I think we're gonna vote on who's getting chopped. So yeah, I think there's three that are in the finals already. We're not gonna say who's the first, second, or third yet, but okay. I'm gonna arrange this. So we have Kevin Adam. We have Nago. Romfa. We have Jinx. We have Cutting Corners. We have Lamb Shady. All right, so Kevin, Nago, Romfa. You three are on the chopping block. And Cutting Corners, Jinx, and Lamb Shady, you three are in the final. Yeah. I think on first watch, Cutting Corners, Jinx, and Lamb Shady all had these like moments. Not only did they have the moments, but they had just very solid sets with little mistakes. I mean, with with few mistakes. Yeah, like it's really hard to be picky. So yeah, I think those three are in the finals. Cutting Corners kind of off the strength of his creativity. Jinx off of just like a strong juggle, like one of the strongest juggles, and the scratching, like the level was high on both. And then Lamb Shady, kind of a mix of both. He had the strong juggles, but good creativity, the reverse patterns, like just solid stuff. So now we got Kevin Adam, Nago, and Romfa on the chopping block. I think like all solid routines still, but I think all three had just a few more like flaws than the other three that make it less clear cut. Who's the first to be chopped? We're gonna rewatch these, and you guys are gonna put your votes in. So we got Romfa, we got We got Romfa, we got Nago, we got Kevin Adam. Let's let me see. I'm gonna check the chat. Yeah, classic Lampshady, just doing a like a, I don't even know what to call it, but an anti flip post said in the Discord he didn't like his routine and stuff, but yeah, to me it's yeah, that's a clear top 3, we'll say. And now we just got to figure out the 4th, and then we still got to figure out the order, like who's first, second, third for the producer points. But we got 3 here and only 1 can make it through. What do you guys think? So who's gonna get chopped first? We got Romfa. Let's watch all 3.
Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. Oh, he had to. Oh, he had to. Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly.
On your mark, get set, go.
There's Romfa, sponsored by CapCut. Now we got Nago.
Hardcore flip style.
Fuck it. 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 Fuck it.
Last but not least, Kevin Adam.
Guess who's back? Check me out. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my gang. My gang. Head of my gang. Break it down.
Bam. Okay, who do you think gets the chop? Vote in the poll. So, yeah, who is sixth place, I guess? We had Ramfa with the funky cut routine and then the chase juggle. We had Nago with the real-time juggle with the dubby trippy breakdown and then some trick mix drum scratching. And then we had Kevin with the scratch routine into breakdown juggle into pad drumming or pad juggling. Get your votes in. The chat is saying Kevin Adam gets the chop. Do I agree with the chat? Let's see. Dan's saying Kevin for fourth place, so you're actually putting him not chopped.
Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. Oh, he had to. He had to. He had to break it down so smoothly.
I really like Ramfa's flow on his cuts. I feel like Ramfa leveled up the cuts since previous outings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your mark, get set, go.
Yeah, and I think the juggle is funky. I just say maybe I just like to hear it go somewhere a little more, get a little crazier, a little spicier, a little bit more creative. Not just like a pure kind of chase juggle. There's some cool cueing stuff, but I'm thinking about like just for the overall compared to what else I've seen. Yeah. Nice and clean though. Probably the cleanest of the entries of these three. Yeah, I'm going to be really picky here. One second. I don't really know if there needed to be a transition from the real time into more real time. And the pullback here, this is something to be very wary of. This is something I was guilty of at a point too. Is sometimes when you do like an open pullback like that, it's not like a clear reverse pattern. It kind of sounds like unintentional. Kind of just sounds like you didn't close the fader. Like that. To me, it's not the most like I'd say if you are doing something like that, try to add like some transforms to it or something to make it more rhythmic, a little bit more musical. Because yeah, it basically it's like the same sound that you get when you accidentally pull back the record and you don't close the fader. Yeah, good idea with the little build up there. Not 100% clean. Yeah, super creative. very atmospheric. I'd almost want to hear like, I'd that guitar or whatever it is sounds like sort of a guitar. It seems like it has potential, maybe more potential. It's almost lost a little bit in the mix here. Yeah, and then like I said, like right here, I want like the beat to kick back in, and then this sort of what was developing here, like go into something.
Here come the drums. Hardcore flip style.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck.
Yeah, and he, kind of went with the like just match it into a new idea thing here.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah, and I don't mind this thing. It's cool. I don't know if it was like totally necessary though. I don't think it works. It is not the best way to end it and cap it off. Yeah, it kind of took this hard left turn into something that was not like if the ending thing was a really really crazy knockout punch that was completely separate from before, then maybe. But I think it's a little bit like it's cool in a vacuum, but it almost feels like that'd be a cool thing to develop a different routine around. But in this one, is a little bit out of place.
Guess who's back? Check me out. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my game. I'm ahead of my gang. My gang. Head of my gang.
Yeah, the 3 clicks and stuff were sounding good here. I feel like the vocal cuts are. I think Kevin needs to level those up a little bit. I've heard like kind of similar patterns for a while, and using the old scratch a sample and then go back to the vocals for a second. Works sometimes, but I don't know if it works so well in this sample.
Break it down.
The break it down with the pitch up, I think it worked decently here. A little fillery on the patterns for the building to the juggle. Pretty normal, pretty basic patterns. I think the fills with the piano is a little bit redeeming, but pretty straightforward. I'd like to hear a little bit fewer just stock patterns from Kevin Adam. Some more custom tailored patterns to the beat. I said this one before, the upfader needs cleaning up. It sounds like it's not doing anything. Yeah, so a little loose on the patterns, but
Let's get crazy. Break it.
yeah, I did say the best thing about Kevin's is that I think he did redeem it a bit at the end. I think this is a nice like little climax, both switching it up, but musically as well. It musically sounds like it kind of, takes a little boost there. What up, Ricky? How you doing? Yeah. I also think the overall flow was decent, like for having the scratch routine with the breakdown sample with the pitch up, and then the let's get crazy. Like he had You know, considering you're working with samples and scratch tools that like have, you know, a finite amount of things, and you have to make transitions with what you have. Like he worked it in with the samples in both parts, so the flow is decent. This one's tough. This one's really tough. I'd say, okay, I'm gonna make the first chop. I think the first chop. Um, this is tough because I think everybody's got some strengths and weaknesses here. I think Romfo was the cleanest, and cuts were funky, but also probably the simplest and the safest routine. Nago definitely the riskiest, but definitely the most left field out there kind of thing. Um, and then then Kevin. Um, the start of it was well, the scratches were good. The juggle was okay. A little loose and not the strongest juggle patterns. But had some redemption in the end, musically and technically. Yeah, so first one to get chopped. Thank you for entering the season, but I gotta let Ramfa go. Ramfa actually accidentally made playoffs. Entered the last episode and snagged enough points to make it in. So I don't think he'll be too upset. But yeah, I think that's a solid entry. But just with what we got right there, I think, you know, juggle wise especially, I think Nago and Kevin are like a little step up, and they fit a bit more like ideas into it. Ramfa also submitted the shortest routine. Ramfa did 60 seconds. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but there's still 30 seconds of left on the table that I think Nago and Kevin Adam took a bit more advantage of. But yeah, big ups to Ramfa for, you know, sneaking in just before the buzzer in the regular season. Let's see who. We're gonna do one more poll here. One more poll for the chat, the most important poll of this season. We got who should make the finals. That's the poll right now. Going, who should make the finals, Nago or Kevin? We've seen both routines back and forth a few times. It's all good. It's all good, Ramfa. Thank you for entering. Thank you for, you know, giving us a little boost in the skill department. Yeah, good stuff. What up, Ed? Where are you at? Why aren't you in here? Get in the mix. Hopefully you've been practicing. Hopefully you've been too busy practicing. For the NAM battle. I can't figure out the top three. I've got to focus on the fourth. Because I guess that part is obvious. Whoever makes it to the final between Nago and Kevin Adam, they're fourth. They're definitely not the top three is established. You're right, Nago. Chris did not enter. No, I talked to Chris and he said is very. He said it's pretty unlikely that he's going to be able to enter. Yeah, he's got other things preoccupying. He hasn't done DMC or anything. He's taken a year off of battling basically. Yeah, so wasn't totally expecting him, but I let him know anyways. We got 2 votes for Kevin in the YouTube chat. We got it's 4-3 on Twitch. Get your votes in. We got 1 more minute. We got Kevin here. We got Nago here. Who do you guys think makes it to the final? Yeah, this one is really, really tough. This is really close with the Nago and the Kevin. Because I think, so I think, okay, the clear cut things. Nago, was out juggled Kevin. Kevin wasn't a complete slouch, but you know, Nago was a little stronger, more more ambitious patterns, more creative patterns. Kevin went pretty straightforward. But you know, there's some redeeming elements. You know, it's talking about the fills with the piano and stuff sounded cool. And I think Kevin actually edged the scratching a little bit. I think like Nago's scratching was good. The final trick mixing part was solid with the up fader stuff. That was cool. But I think the dub delay middle was not the best not the best demonstration of like the tech skills, I guess. You know, it's kind of more a musical weird idea, but it's yeah, it didn't really highlight how well Nago can actually scratch. I don't know what's going on in the chat right now. The chat's losing their minds. the streams went on too long, I guess. Yeah, and Nago had the riskier set. Nago had the yeah, a little more creativity, I would say. Kevin had the better flowing set. The Kevin's set made a bit more sense, I would say. Nago was went a bit more kitchen sink on it, for better or worse. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's a little crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's very it's very tough. Yeah. Overtime. I wish we could do that. That's when we do Flipper Flop live in the Flipper Flop house. That's going to be for season 10. Everyone just lives together and you get kicked out when you flop. We'll do it then. But for this one, no coin flips. No. There's no luck. Okay, the flip and flop button is the opposite of luck. I don't know what that is. Skill. Pure skill. Yeah, this one's tough. This one's tough. Flipper Flop, yeah, Flipper Flop X, the reality show. Yeah, this one's tough. Yeah, I think though, like technique wise, technical skill wise, I think Nago's a slight edge, and I think in this one, musicality wise, I'd say Kevin is a slight edge. Yeah. And I think I think I have to go with, yeah, the 5 deserve the final. I want to do 5. Unfortunately, I think that screws up the producers too much. Already 4, because we have an odd number, 4 is already going to make the final very important for the producers. 5 would almost diminish the semifinals completely, which wouldn't be fair to the producers, I think. Yeah. So I think we gotta go with 4. All right, and I think yeah, this one's tough, but I always go back to a couple of my core tenets of a routine, and one of them is highlights. I always think of like just very from on a very basic level, just what's my caveman brain say, like what's the most memorable part when I just think quickly about the routines. I'm like, what stands out as like the most interesting, catchy kind of thing. And then the other thing that you guys know about is the telling the story, the beginning, middle, end, and ending with that climax, that knockout punch. I gotta let Nago go. I think I gotta let Nago go. I have a high respect and appreciation for the super left field, unique curveball routine. Is very 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 high risk, high reward. I think it was just I think just it slightly missed the mark. I think the two kind of like aspects of it that didn't quite do it for me was the middle, not the middle itself. The middle itself I think was cool, but the fact that it was sort of a tension building thing that didn't pay off, and then the payoff was just sort of a completely different thing, not really a transition. It's sort of it didn't really have the flow out of the middle of the routine. And I think Kevin, the good part was the overall routine just sort of made sense. It was sort of straightforward, but like, I always think you take risks with the technique, and you take risks with the the ideas within a routine, but the arrangement and structure of routines is something that it's usually better to play it safe with with that part of it. Basically, it's like you don't need to reinvent the wheel with arrangement. Same with song structure in music. Like that's the part that kind of ties the craziness together so that you can be crazy within sort of the box of that. So I think that Kevin hit that, and then at the end of the day, I think the final part, especially the final double time thing with that sitar type of pattern at the very end, to me was the most like kind of catchy kind of standout part. The middle breakdown of Nagos was definitely memorable in its own way, but it was like, it was super weird. And if the kick came in, if the beat came back in or something, I think it would be there was some potential to have like a big payoff, but it just didn't quite reach it for me. And so Kevin is also in 4th place. Kevin, get out of here. You made the final, but you got an uphill battle. If you're coming with that to try and get the W, because the top 3 here, I think, kind of they kind of were a decent clip higher than the rest of the field this week. So now we got to figure out a top 3. Let's go with a poll, and let's rewatch these guys. Let's go who's 3rd place. We got Cutting Corners, we got Jinx, and Lamp Shady, in that order. We'll go with that. We'll rewatch these because we've been watching the others for so long. We'll get this poll rocking. Cutting Corners up first.
Welcome down with the warrior sound. When they
That's dope.
Cut 'em on the faders.
Flip it. Flip it.
Very cool. Yeah, I like those.
Flip it.
This is gonna.
Oh, I skipped the intro. My bad. We got Jinx. Nice.
Take my advice.
It's time to give it up. It's time to retire after the season. Hang it up.
Take his advice, but don't actually. What's Lamb Shady got for us? Oh, we already know, but let's watch again.
Welcome down with the warrior sound. When they try to diss, cut 'em on the faders. Welcome down with the
Flip it.
This is gonna flip or flop one way or the other.
Yeah, them reverse patterns. You guys know I like those. Who's third place? What do you guys think? That's our top three for the semifinal, which, like I said, doesn't really matter for the DJs because they all make it through and it's all reset next week. But for the producers, this is gonna affect their points. So we got 4 next week. Yeah, get your votes in. YouTube, just say it in the chat. Cutting Corners, Jinx, or Lamb Shady. You got Cutting Corners, Jinx, and then Lamb Shady. Oh, next week. I said next week. Yeah, It might be next week. It might be next week. Yeah. Um yeah, we'll probably have to do next week. Um because um a week break. There's okay. I'll we can do an informal poll with the 4 DJ finalists, but the it either has to be next week or the only other option is in like a month, basically. That's the problem, because I'm away for 3 weekends in a row after that. But I'll get the 2 dates and we'll pull them. But the big one was if Nago made the finals. Nago already had a gig, basically, and that was with the original schedule. That was not a conflict, and so it's my fault, basically. But now, yeah, we will, yeah. I'll pull it'll either be next week or we'll have a big gap. But all for the finalists, we'll figure out. I'll get the exact date on that, on the other alternative option, because after that, then it'll be like 3 months, because I'm hitting the road, going abroad. Okay. So, oh no, what did the chat say? Who'd they say was third place? I think they said Cutting Corners. YouTube did not say anybody. Okay, so all right, I'd say let's see. Oops.
Welcome down with the warrior sound. When they try to when they try to when they try to when they try to put them on the faders.
Flip it. Flip it.
Yeah. Cutting Corners cuts were quite nice.
When they try when they try when they try to cut them on the faders, cut them on the
I like the style and the energy of Jinx's. It sounds slightly loose, because it sounds like this sample has drums in it or something. Yeah, and then
welcome down with the when they try to cut them on the faders.
yeah, and Lamb Shady had a pretty minimal scratch. I think it was, it was solid and everything, but it's definitely, he kept it to the minimum. I'd say scratch wise, I'd probably say Cutting Corners, because it's clean and had some, nice patterns in there, good flow. He was kind of number 1, and then Jinx probably number 2, slightly looser, but I think the like routine wise, I think Jinx's cuts kind of were like the arrangement was better. It became sort of a highlight kind of thing, whereas Cutting Corners was a bit more of just like an intro type of normal cuts, and then Lamp Shady's probably number 3, because it's like an intro sort of normal cuts, but very, very short, and just kind of, nothing wrong with them, but definitely the yeah, just sort of the minimum. Fulfilled the scratch criteria, but not much more. So yeah, scratch wise, and then juggle wise is probably the opposite. I think cutting corners, I think had the the weaker juggle just because is kind of straightforward, normal. Jinx had this nice progression. He had the push patterns, had that. I think catching the flute sounds sounded nice, and then he kicked it up a notch with the double time swing. And then Lamb Shady had the most ambitious stuff with the reverse patterns and everything, and then built it into like the Q juggle reverse climax at the end, which was dope. It built really nicely, and that was definitely, I'd say, the most technical of the juggles. Like the reverse patterns and that kind of thing is harder than the double time swing for sure. So yeah, technique wise, it was very close. So again, it's kind of highlights and arrangement and stuff is what I'm going with. I'd say one of the definite highlights that stood out is cutting corners, fader usage with the pitch fader thing. That was cool. Definitely had a couple cool moments. However, like I said, it sort of arrangement wise kind of dipped, and the end of it was the least interesting. It started out like the most interesting and kind of tapered off a little bit. And then yeah, Jinx had just strong juggling and scratching in both parts, and I think he really took advantage of that beat switch, the beat that had two tempos in it, and kind of built it up. And even though the cuts, like I said, were maybe not quite as clean, partially because the sample had drums or something in it that I was hearing, I think the end of it was, it just where he put the cuts and the way they did them, like definitely sounded like a more of a knockout punch. Like it built some nice momentum up from his juggle intro. And then yeah, Lamb Shady, the reverse patterns, just the part of the beat and the selection was nice there, and everything flowed. Even the cut part, like even though it was like short and to the point, I think it flowed. Like the overall arrangement was really nice and built up to the cue reverse pattern double up stuff at the end. Like everything just had a nice build to it. So yeah, with that said, I think my first decision is mostly built on knockout punch arrangement. I think cutting corners is number 3 going into the final, but again, it resets, so it doesn't affect anything for the DJs. For the producers though, that means cutting corners gave John First a couple of threes. Looks like John First is getting some bonus points here. Yeah, and then because there's double John First for cutting corners and double John First for Lamb Shady. And then for the final decision, we've got the finals next week potentially next week. Producers, be prepared for it. DJs I'll DM all of you to give you the 2 date options, and I'm leaning towards next week, but if the other date is better for everyone, then we'll go with that one. I haven't announced first yet. First, this one's close. But I think just highlight wise, even though arrangement wise they're both really close, highlight wise I think Lamb Shady got it for me. Those juggle patterns were real. They're tough. And I think the juggle patterns, not only were they the strongest of the battle, but I think those juggle patterns were just a bit of a notch up from like Jinx's vocal scratch outro, which was also solid. But I think the Lampshady's juggles just did it for me.
Welcome down with the warrior sound.
So there we go. There we go. That's our final verdict going into the final of this season, Flip or Flop, brought to you by Reloop, Cray Connect, and Ericsson Audio. That's it. So we got our top 4. And yeah, kind of no surprise, this is kind of how it works with Flip or Flop. The people who enter the most, the veterans, they are the most accustomed to making routines and the format and everything, and it pays off. Cutting Corners is kind of the new blood of sorts. I think only the second season for Cutting Corners, but second playoffs in a row, so definitely not a complete new blood for Flip or Flop format. But yeah, that's it. So producers, prepare, same deal, 30-second tool, 90-second beat. Double points for the producers next week. Next for the final is double points, just to make it so that the semifinals isn't weighted too highly. I believe it's double points for everything, Senior Positive. Let me confirm that, but it should be double points for everything, because we want roughly the same amount of total points in the final as the semifinal. So I think that's what makes sense, regardless of if that's what I did last time. Yeah. And then for the 4 finalists, let me see. Should I give like a hint? I'd say for the finalists, make sure in the next week really explore your equipment. Make sure you know what your equipment can do. I think that's the best piece of advice that I can give. Get ready to get creative with what you got to work with. Yes, Lampshady took the W in the semifinal, but at the end of the day, that's it's just the semifinal. The final is for all the marbles, and yeah, and I will reach out to the 4 finalists to double check on the dates for the final, and we'll announce that tomorrow during masterclass. Okay, let's raid out here. We got Scarpion from a fellow Canadian streaming right now. Congrats to our finalists. Congrats to the producers who scoop points. We'll get the leaderboard rocking once our scoring team wakes up and finds out that he's still in the battle too. And yeah, you guys have a good night. We'll catch you for masterclass, and then we'll see everyone in the grand final. Take it easy. Have a good night. Have a good week. And yeah, congrats once again. Catch all you guys in the Discord. Jump in the raid.